bagong Senate President. It could be Senator Cheese or it could be anyone else. I mean, you have incoming senior members like Tito Soto, I'm sure will win. Senator Ping Lacson, I'm sure will win. So you have incoming, of course, old-timers. I don't want to say they're old, but
mga
veterans. Veterans, makapagalitan ako ng talaga. Mga veterans no, na babalik dito sa Senado.
So, may follow-up question.
Sir, isa lang. May usapan kayo sa seatmates group na ganon na should there be any talks of a coup, you will not support it? Because anyway, mag-election na rin naman a few months from now. May ganon ba?
Wala naman kaming usapan ng ganyan. Pero ang usapan namin is all for one, one for all. So, we stick together. The six of us. We'll continue to stick together.
And your group is satisfied naman?
Nakakalata nga di ba, yung pag-accept ng Legion de Honor ni Senator Lauren. Lahat na nagbigay ng speeches, seatmates. Tapos kahapon, seatmates din lahat eh.
Yung sa JIL.
Ay, JIL. Seatmates din. Siyempre tumayo at nagbigay po ng suporta. So all for one, one for all po kami.
Meron pa, Mean? Okay.
Thanks.
Anyway, sir, regarding dito sa yung preparation para sa incoming Barmm Parliamentary elections next year, do you have any concerns po? At ano yung assurance at what should be done to make sure na yung magiging election po fair, credible, and peaceful?
Well, unang-una gusto ko pasalamatin ng Supreme Court dahil naglabas po sila ng decision at constitutional po ang BOL. For a long time, it was a sword of Damocles hanging over our heads. As me, the sponsor and principal author, and of course, the members of the Barmm. Alam mo, pag dineclare nilang unconstitutional yan, back to the drawing board po tayo at baka magkakaroon ng kaguluhan doon. So, I'm very happy that was the decision of the Supreme Court upholding the constitutionality of the Bangsamoro Organic Law. That is, for me, my biggest legacy, my most difficult bill to pass and sponsor of all the bills that I have had to sponsor. But the fruits of our labor has finally come to light. And kahapon kasama ko sa isang forum yung CABSEC ng Barmm at siya mismo nag-announce. Ang sabi po niya na from being the poorest in terms of poverty incidences, poorest region of the country, they're no longer the poorest. So, bumaba na po from 43%, 52% poverty incidences to 23% poverty incidence. Because of what? Peace, kapayapaan. Sabi ko nga, magkaroon lang po tayo ng kapayapaan sa buong Pilipinas. Ang Pilipinas po ay boom na boom. Siguradong lalakas ang ekonomiya ng Pilipinas, lalakas po at dadami ang industriya ng turismo at mga turista. So, that's the fruits of our labor. Unfortunately, there was a decision also by the Supreme Court na ilabas ang Sulu sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. Initially, kung naalala ninyo, sa mga veterans dito, hindi old-timers, alam siguro ni Ate Selly dito nung pinag-usapan namin yung BOL, remember that there was a very controversial move on the floor na maglagay ng opt-out provision. Si Senator Recto nag-propose. That was the request of some political leaders of the area na pag sinabing no sa probinsya nila, labas nila yung dapat mailabas sa Barmm. Pero ang punto kasi ng mga ideologues noon, lalo na sa peace process, pag ginawa mo po yun, then madi-disenfranchise sila. And mawawala yung parang just and lasting formula, which is really being part of an autonomous region where they have autonomy when it comes to promoting their religion, their culture, etc., etc. And you have to remember that Sulu was the hotbed of insurgency in the 70s and 80s. Diyan nagsimula ang MNLF, which was before MILF. It predates MILF. Yung MILF kasi Maguindanao provinces yun. That's mainland provinces. MILF was Lanao and Maguindanao. Yung MNLF talaga was in the island provinces. Kaya na yun ako worried na hindi na po sila nakasama sa Barmm. sana ma-monitor po ng national government yan na hindi naman po magkaroon ng problema doon. Na baka magkaroon ulit ng instigation na for whatever it is, no, extremism. So, when it comes to the elections, tuloy election nila. Kasi hindi na natin ma-postpone yan. Remember that when we extended the BTA, the Bangsamoro Transition Authority, one extension lang yun. And under the law, it said there they must now be elected together, synchronized with the national and local elections. Nandun sa batas yan. The only way we can extend the election in Barmm is if we approve another law that will extend them. Pero at this point in time, hindi na po pwedeng mangyari yun. So, magkakaroon ng election. Ang only problem is, disenfranchise po yung 7 seats, yung 7 parliamentary seats ng Sulu. Because under the election code of the Barmm Parliament, 7 allocations yung Sulu. 7. Right now, under the BTA, they have 13 representatives from Sulu. So, ang payo ko sa kanila kahapon sa isang forum, at ang payo ko po sa kanila na yon, kung nakikinig po ang Parliament ng Barmm, is to immediately amend, if possible, make a quick amendment on their election code. Because they passed an election code. Nakalagay dun kasi sa election code yung creation of districts for the representation in the Barmm Parliament. That is not a creation of the BOL. The BOL granted the Barmm Parliament to do that. So let me be clear. Dun sa BOL, Bangsamoro Organic Law, nilagay po namin dyan, ang Bangsamoro Parliament ang magdi-decide sa redistricting ng kanilang mga lugar. So hindi na po kailangan bumalik sa Kongreso para dito.
Sila na lang.
Kaya na po nila mag-emergency meetings, they can do marathon hearings the next few weeks para itong 7 bakanting upuan ng Parliament galing sa Sulu, pwede nila ibigay sa ibang distrito. I-proportion sa ibang distrito. Gets niyo? Para
Opo.
ibibigay na sa iba. Kasi under the BOL, you need 80 members of the Bangsamoro Parliament. May finite number yan, 80 members. So, para hindi maging 73 ang
minus
Parliament,
13.
which kulang ang representation, sayang naman yung nakalagay sa BOL, pwede nilang ibigay yan. Let's say, more representatives from the IP sector, women's sector, or they can give 1 each per province, like 1 more to Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao. So pwede nilang i-proportionate pagbigay po niyan, proportionate to these other sectors. And of course, geographical political units. So, yan ang pwede mangyari dyan. Pero sana nga, magalaw nila, ma-amend po nila yan kagad para maisama natin sa 2025 elections. But if not, the new parliament can decide the fate of the 7. Of course, they'll have to come up with an amendment to the election code. Kung masyado ng controversial na yun, i-amend yung election code nila.
Pero sir, may commitment ba yung Barmm Parliament na magkakaroon sila ng gagawin nilang ganong amendment, yung quick amendment sa election code nila?
I have not spoke. To be honest, I'll be lying to you if I gave an answer. So hindi ko pa sila nakakausap. Pero feeling ko, yan ang direksyon nila. Feeling ko yan ang direksyon nila. No choice din sila. Hindi naman po pwedeng 73 lang po ang parliamentarians ng Barmm Parliament.
Anong implication nun, sir? Kung hindi 80 at minus yung 7 ba?
Well, sayang naman yung 7 seats.
Okay.
Sayang naman. They can have more representation for the different sectors. Sayang din yan. And liliit po yung representation ng geographical political units. Kasi as is yung if I'm not mistaken, 39 ba? Ilan? 32 are allocated to legislative districts, 8 for sectoral representation, and 42 party lists. So, yung voice of the people, yung direct voices of the people, makukulang dun sa parliament. Kasi syempre, these are elected in these geographical political districts. Yes.
Po ni Chairman George Garcia na hindi naman kailangan punuan yung 80, pwedeng 73 lang. Tanggalin na lang muna yung 7 from Sulu. But you would rather na they fill up the entire 80.
Yes, because the Bangsamoro Organic Law, which is the Bible, which is the Quran, Yan ang constitution nila yan eh. That's their constitution, that's their guide. Requires 80 members of parliament. So, but Chairman George is absolutely correct. I will not disagree with him. Pwede po for these purposes, for these elections, pag hindi po na-amend yung kanilang electoral code, they can proceed with the 73. And then after which, they can amend the electoral code and baka sa 2028, ma-fill up na po yan. Or they can do a special elections. They can conduct a special elections for the 7 parliamentary, 7 seats. And also, for those people, kasi hindi naman, hindi naman malaki yung agwat ng yes and no sa Sulu. Buti sana kung 200 yung yes to Barmm and 300,000 yung no,
Slim
then
lang.
then we would understand. Pero slim kasi yung margin. About 130 plus thousand yung nag-yes to Barmm, 160 plus thousand yung nag-no to Barmm. So, dikit pa yun. So, ibig sabihin, almost half the population of Sulu still want to be part of Barmm. Now, to do that, they can go to Congress. The people of Sulu through its representation, kasi, alam mo, nung nagkaroon po ng plebiscito, 2019 yan, 2019. Okay. Since 2019, medyo mainit pa yung usapin ng opt-in, opt-out dun sa Barmm. Kung gusto nila pumasok o lumabas. From 2019 to 2024, napakalaki na po ang pondo na ibigay ng Barmm sa Sulu.
Sulu.
Because of the block grant. As a matter of fact, it was enumerated yesterday by Cabsec Pendatum. Sabi niya, they gave almost 9 billion pesos in terms of infrastructure and projects to Sulu alone. Sulu, and they had 5,000 employees under, imagine that's 5,000 families under Barmm na mawawala na po dahil sa desisyon ng ating Supreme Court. For example, yung teachers, yung nagbabayad ng sweldo nun, Barmm na. So, babalik po yan sa Region 9, DepEd. So, kaya kausap ko din si Sani Angara, paano natin matutulungan yung mga Sulu, dahil kailangan i-reabsorb ng DepEd. Buti na lang, budget hearing na yun, kailangan i-reabsorb ng DepEd yung 4,000 of that 5,000 teachers, of the 5,000 employees of Barmm, 4,000 of which are teachers. So, parang feeling ko, at this point in time, medyo nakita nila na may advantage na makasama sa Barmm. Kasi aside from the LGU or era ng LGUs, natatanggap nila yung hindi nawawala yung era ng LGUs. Tuloy-tuloy po yan galing sa national government. Pero may dagdag sila galing sa Barmm government. So with that said, all is not lost.
Possible pa rin makasama.
Possible sila makasama. How? If the 2 district representatives or even 1 district representative from Sulu files a bill amending the BOL to allow Sulu or to allow a plebiscite once again for Sulu, di ba? To allow a plebiscite once again for Sulu to be part of Barmm, we in the Senate, if they approve it in the House, we in the Senate will approve, I'm sure, wholeheartedly that measure. Bakit? Under the BOL law, items like that, which is additional areas, nilagay po namin yan. There are certain provisions under the BOL law. Nakalagay doon. If more provinces want to join Barmm, then they may do so through enactment of a bill by both houses and approval, and then we will set a plebiscite. The plebiscite will be set. So all is not lost. Hindi ibig sabihin imposible na at yung mga tao sa Sulu, yung mga kababayan natin sa Sulu, hindi na po makakasama sa Barmm. So, wag po sila mawala ng pag-asa. It's just a legislative process. We can tackle it. We can do it. I will be a senator until 2028, until the 20th Congress. If they want to reacquire membership to the Barmm, pwede pa po mangyari yun.
Sir, na-mention niyo yung block grant.